You're listening to a Prairie Punk House Companion right here on the Prairie Punk Press Network. The views expressed by any host or any guest on the Prairie Punk House Companion are the personal views or opinions of the people who express them and do not reflect the views or opinions of anyone else on the show or any company, employer, or any other organization that the individual expressing them has or will affiliate with in the past, present, or future. Hi, everybody. You're listening to a Prairie Punk House Companion. We are on episode 47. My name is Neckbone.
Hi, I'm Jer Bear, and I'm 47.
Oh, hey, me too. I'm also
Whoa.
47. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Whoa.
I hear that there are still people our age who are in bands even.
Who?
I don't know. I don't really know
Oh,
anybody who would still be in a band at
oh,
our
it's
age.
me. It's me. I'm in a
Oh,
band.
yeah.
We've had two shows. Our second show went really, really well. It
Hmm.
was a food drive benefit show.
Hmm.
I heard they got a ton of food donations, which is cool. Fortunately, SNAP benefits are back.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that that's enough food for people to live off of. So food drives are still important and critical for people. We
Right.
are playing a show tomorrow night. Tonight it's Wednesday today.
Hmm.
Tomorrow it's Thursday. You'll hear this on Saturday, dear listeners. So it will be after our show. But the show tomorrow is a benefit for Olive Tree, which is a charity that provides food and necessities to children in Gaza who are affected by the genocide
Oh, sweet. That's
there.
cool. Yeah.
It's from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. There's, I don't know, a bunch of bands,
Hmm.
well, I say bands, a bunch of musical acts. I think there's mostly DJs and then just a handful of bands.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Um, One of the bands is we played with our last show, and they're young kids, like 20, 21
Hmm.
at most. And imagine if Nirvana was good. That's
Hmm.
what these kids sound like.
Okay. I can somewhat imagine that because they did have some good songs on Incesticide.
Imagine if they were better.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean
No, these
that's
kids are
that is a
great.
low bar, but yeah.
They're they're really great. They're called Gaslight, and they're super
Oh, cool.
good. And
I'm gonna look them
I
up.
like them a lot.
Hmm.
And they were fun to play with. And then we're playing our next show that we have booked December 13th, which is a Christmas show. And that will also be a benefit for St. Francis Ministries, which is a charity that helps out with fostering and reintegrating kids who have been taken away from their parents or, other sad situations. And, Christmas is hard for them. So we're doing a toy drive slash gift drive for that to help get these kids presents for the holidays. And we are going to cover my second favorite Christmas song, Merry Christmas, I Fucked Your Snowman by Showcase Showdown,
Nice.
which you may remember from Kansas Street. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I do.
Um, and we're playing that show with Americana, The Cups. Some of the guys from The Embarrassment are playing, which I'm pretty stoked to play with them. If you're unfamiliar, they're like a punk rock band from the early 80s that had a reasonable amount of success. There was just a documentary about them that we should probably review for the podcast because it's, Kansas punks.
Yeah.
So, Minus Angst is the other band, and he is putting it on. And
Yeah.
it is at the Artichoke out east, because there's now an east side Artichoke, and that should be fun.
What
I
what's
don't.
the uh what's the artichoke for those who have been away for a bit?
So the Artichoke, the original Artichoke, is like a little sandwich bar on Broadway and Murdoch. And it's uh, you know, famous for really good sandwiches, and they have live acts perform there, but it's usually more subdued.
Hmm.
I have not been to the Artichoke East.
Okay.
I hope that they are ready for our brand of punk rock.
Yeah, it's on Broadway and Murdoch is the original one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Good job.
thought.
Good job.
Um, and I think the one that out east is at 29th and Rock.
Yeah, 29th and Rock Road. Hey, that's my old stomping grounds.
The one on the 13th is all ages because the Artichoke East serves food, so they can allow kids to come in. In contrast to Kirby's, where it is
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
21 and up, and we've only played at Kirby's so far.
Probably actually 21 and up now, but when we were growing up, it was 21 and up. Wink.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how old I was the first time I went to Kirby's. I need to foot stomp that the first time I went to Kirby's and was probably 16 or 17 years old, it was not owned by the person who currently owns it.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
It's a collective that owns it now. I think there's
Oh, really?
five
Oh, cool.
co-owners,
Okay.
four to six co-owners. And they're all swell people. I like them
Cool.
lots.
Yeah.
So
Um, I have no idea who owned it when I was 16 years old, but it
yeah, I
was
don't know.
30 some odd
No
years
clue.
ago. So,
Yeah,
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 no idea.
yeah,
But it used to be unbelievably easy just to walk in there and not
yeah.
get carded. Pre 9/11
Yeah,
world.
I don't know how that works now. I'm not sure. I did get carded there. Well, kind of.
Hmm.
I didn't get carded.
Yeah.
This is I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. I
Hmm.
went there and he asked if I had my ID.
Yeah.
I was like, you really want to see my old ass's ID? He's like, I don't need to see it. I just want to make sure you have it. It's like, oh,
Just in
okay.
case. Just in
I
case.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm
In case there's like a sting operation.
right. No one's gonna
They're
confuse me
looking.
for under 21.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I went to high school with this guy who was like 16, and I swear to God, he looked like he was 40. Everybody always thought he was a teacher.
No, yeah.
So you could be a
Hmm.
high schooler, or you
I
could
mean,
play a
I
high
could.
schooler
Yeah.
in an Aaron Spelling TV show. So,
Yeah. Well, or the that Saw movie where
mhm.
Tobin Bell played himself as a young man by putting on a hoodie and a backwards hat.
That's right. That makes you young. Steve
That
Buscemi
makes you
proved
young.
that in
Yes.
30 Rock.
Yeah. Is that what that's
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
Okay. I
Uh,
didn't watch
uh,
30 Rock, so
or if you've ever seen the Kid and Play movie House Party, the bullies in that movie are clearly like 35 years old.
nice.
Those guys are jacked and have like full facial hair, and we're
Yeah.
supposed
Yeah.
to believe they're in fucking high school.
Nice.
So yeah, great
It's
movie by
great.
the way. Yeah,
Yeah. I've
I
I've
bet it
seen House
doesn't age
Party, but it
well.
has been a long time.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't
Yeah.
age well.
Most
Maybe we should
most movies
rewatch
from
it.
the 80s do not age well.
Oh. All right, I'll give it a rewatch, and then I'll redecide if it's the classic I think it is.
We finished a song last night. The benefit tomorrow is for children in Gaza.
Hmm.
So we finished writing and figuring out how to play
Hmm.
a new song that is called Occupier's Playground about the occupation in Gaza and the West Bank.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm writing all of the lyrics, and all of the lyrics I have written so far have been overtly political and not subtle in any way. I don't think that there's room for subtlety right now in what I'm wanting to do,
Right.
because it's a little late for subtlety, I think.
Yeah. And um, just because I don't hear it being talked about as much either, there are other genocides going on in the world too. So if you don't know
Oh
about
yeah.
what's going on in Sudan,
Hmm.
check that out. That's not talked about by media very much because, I mean, we don't care about Africans in this country. We just fucking don't.
Right. I mean,
So
Trump did say that it was an ethnic cleansing of Christians, but that's not
that's in
entirely true.
Nigeria that he said
Oh,
that in.
that's the other.
That's the other.
You're
Yeah.
right. That's the
Well,
other genocide going on. There's
in
also one in Yemen.
yeah.
We're facilitating. We just had I say we. The White
Mhm.
House just welcomed.
Okay, Al Qaeda.
No, no,
Um,
no, no. Mohammed bin
yeah.
Salman.
Was he
Sorry,
affiliated with Al Qaeda? Who
MBS.
was he affiliated with?
No, he bonesawed a American journalist to death in
Oh, that's
Turkey.
right. No, who was it?
Jamal Khashoggi.
Yeah, who was it that Trump welcomed to the White House who was part of Al Qaeda?
Oh, that's the quote unquote president of Syria.
Yeah,
And he
right.
was, yes, Al Qaeda. He was on just a year, no, 10 years ago.
Mm.
I think it was 10 years ago. He was on the FBI's most wanted list for $10 million for being a terrorist.
Yep.
And last week, Trump welcomed him into the White House and
Yeah.
said, that he had some things happen to him in the past, and
Yeah.
but
Hmm. Um, so, and for anybody who doesn't know, like what Trump is talking about in Nigeria, it's mostly a dispute between like farmers, settled populations, and herders who are more transient populations. And Nigeria is about half Christian and about half Muslim,
mhm,
approximately. And then there's, maybe, well, maybe 45, and then like 10% like indigenous beliefs, but it's basically half and half, half Christian, half Muslim. Um, and I think the transient populations are more Muslim and the more settled farming populations are more Christian. Maybe it's flipped, but I think that's how it is. Um, and basically it's a dispute over like land use because
mhm,
obviously people moving large herds of cattle want them to be able to graze. Farmers obviously are pissed off about that because they're grazing on their land and fucking up their crops. um, and there is some terrorist activities there too. But the vast majority of people who've been killed by the Muslim terrorist groups in North Nigeria are Muslims. So they're killing Muslims for being the wrong kind of Muslim. And they have targeted Christians in the past, but they are not exclusively targeting Christians.
right.
And they are not targeting Christians for being Christian. They're targeting them because they're there and they're not the exact same thing as them.
Hmm.
So it's not an ethnic cleansing of Christians. In fact, Christians and Muslims co-run Nigeria. Um, the head of state is currently Muslim, but the head of the parliament is Christian.
Hmm.
So it is a mix of people running the country. It's not the same as Gaza. It's not the same as Sudan. Um, and anybody who tells you any different is just basically, they're looking for an excuse to talk about Christians being oppressed.
Right.
But it's not happening en masse. And yes, anybody who's been killed there for being Christian, that's horrible. But it's not happening on a mass scale. They're not rounding up Christians and killing them or bombing Christian communities. The government isn't bombing Christian communities. This
Right.
is mostly a dispute between farmers and herders. That's mostly what it is. Yeah, don't let anybody tell you any different. This does not require the United States to send the military in. This is something that will need to be handled internally in Nigeria. And it sounds strange for me to have to remind people in our country that, like, hey, remember all those times that we injected ourselves into other countries and how horribly that went? Maybe we could stop doing that.
Almost every time.
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, just like it came out the other day. We became heavily involved in the conflict in
Bosnia and
Bosnia.
Herzegovina.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Back in
let's
the
say Bosnia.
90s.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and there was a tourist attraction where you
Mm.
could pay to snipe Bosnians
Hmm.
during
Yeah.
that is it genocide. I
Yeah.
think it's fair
Hmm.
to call that a genocide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it was human hunting tourism.
Hmm.
That's just
Yeah.
delightful. All billionaires are bastards.
And I
Uh,
forget how many people died in that conflict, but it was upwards of over more than 100,000
yeah.
people died in that conflict. Who knows how many from random wealthy Western snipers who just got a kick out of being able to shoot people. That's why I always say I'm like I don't know, as somebody who's been obsessed with space travel their entire life. When people ask me if I think we have a future in um, seeding ourselves throughout the solar system or galaxy, my question is, do we fucking deserve to? Jesus Christ.
So Elon Musk is about to become the world's first trillionaire, and
Hmm.
his next grift, because I want to be perfectly clear. He is a grifter. He has
Yeah.
made his money grifting, making
Yeah.
promises to investors that never return.
Hmm.
Where's the Tesla Roadster?
Right.
Where
Where's
is it? Where
why are we
is
not on Mars yet?
right?
What's the deal
Where's
with
the
that
Hyperloop?
fucking the Hyperloop? Yeah.
So his next grift is household robots.
Yeah.
And he said that he is going to cure poverty and provide healthcare for everyone with these robots.
Yeah.
And that term is very loosely used because somewhere else there's a human controlling that robot. It is not
Right.
autonomous. It is human
Right.
controlled. So instead of paying a housekeeper or whatever
Hmm.
to clean your
Yeah.
house, you buy a $20,000 robot to do
Yeah.
it, and then there's some fucking poor schmuck in a
Yeah.
room somewhere controlling it, probably
Yep.
getting a pittance to do it.
Yep. Probably controlling
It's
multiple robots
fucking
at the same time.
disgusting.
Yeah. And eventually, I mean, it's just fueling this race to the bottom of, they want to eliminate any decent paying jobs, eliminate benefits. Are you going to talk about the AI jobs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the plan is to take away our last form of resistance which is withholding our labor. They want to
Right.
replace workers with
Hmm.
AI, and
Yeah.
then we won't have any means of resisting the powerful. Right now, our only real
Which
means is withholding labor.
right.
And if they take that
Which
away from us, we're fucked.
I don't know who they think is going to be paying for all this shit.
Right.
Who's going to be paying for their shitty robots if nobody has any money or any food
Well,
or
so that was my big problem with Andrew Yang's universal basic income,
hmm hmm
because that is I'm all for universal basic income. I think it is a great
yeah.
idea, but
Hmm.
you can't but in doing so eliminate social benefits. Like Andrew Yang
Right.
wanted to get rid of SNAP benefits. He wanted to get rid of
Hmm.
everything, and just everybody has $1,000 a month. Well, that's not enough to live on. I mean, it's helpful
Right.
for
Sure.
sure, but that's not
Yeah.
enough to survive on.
No.
So if
Especially
you
with
offer that
how
and take everything else
expensive
away,
everything is.
that's a
Yeah.
negative. So
Yeah.
my fear with universal basic income, especially from tech bros, is that they're trying to figure out what the absolute minimum is that they could give the populace to keep them subdued.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, I mean, and then we're completely dependent on them.
Yeah.
And we have no means of resistance because they've taken our power of uh, withholding labor away.
Right.
And then we're just serfs.
Yeah.
So I went to a conference this weekend, speaking of AI,
Hmm.
and just say it's a conference for educators.
Hmm.
And um, I was there to learn about stuff. Typically,
Hmm.
this conference is educational,
Hmm.
and you go to breakout sessions to learn about how to better uh, help teachers educate. Okay. I'm
Hmm.
not a teacher, but I'm involved in school districts. Um, so I went to a panel on AI thinking it would be about regulation
Hmm.
in the classroom, um, combating misinformation that kids find
Yeah.
via AI because of hallucinations and bad information and every all the problems that come with AI that most people should know about but probably don't. Unfortunately, it was not that. Um, it was a sales pitch for this company's AI program to use in classrooms and in schools.
Mm. Hmm.
Um, they started off their presentation talking about Henry Ford and how the current or the earlier mode of education was to create good workers, and they're somehow trying to say that it's not still that. It's still that, and
It's absolutely that. Yeah.
the push
Hmm.
for CTE, which is I'm trying to remember. It doesn't matter. Um, technology, engineering, and something else.
Oh, okay.
But
So
there's a
that
big push
CTE
in
was the
schools.
injury you got from playing football.
That's traumatic brain injury. CTE is a big push in schools right now. It's all the rage. It's, like getting your associate's degree, being in HVAC, plumbing, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
That type of work because,
Hmm.
there's an overabundance of people with bachelor's degrees that can't get jobs or whatever.
Right. Hmm.
So they're trying to put people in the workforce that they have been ignoring for years by pushing everyone to go to college. Henry Ford's mode is still happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, so then they moved on to talk about how screen time is not important. You don't need to limit your kids' screen time, which
Hmm.
is shocking for educators to say, I think.
Yeah.
And then they talked about how some of the risks of AI are bias. And they were talking about college admissions using AI to select enrollment for university, and them being they said biased to a certain race. The bias was white people. The AI
Yeah.
was picking almost all white people
Hmm.
to admit. Um, they also talked a little bit about hallucinations, and they said so you have to be sure and you know source what the AI tells you. And then somebody asked about social and emotional health, which is a big deal in schools right now, especially after
Yeah.
COVID. People were worried about the mental health of children finally.
Mhm. Yeah.
And, they said, yeah, you have to be careful. AI can kind of tells you what you want to hear
Right.
and glossed over stuff. And then they went on to how their AI tool can help teachers by writing lesson plans, helping with IEPs, which is an individual education plan. So that's for like special needs kids, ADHD kids, gifted kids, things like that. And it stands for individual education plan. And
Hmm.
they were advocating using AI to assist in that, which takes the individualization out of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then remember, they talked about AI usage in college admissions. And then they said that it can help in the hiring process,
Uh-huh.
totally contradicting themselves. So after 45 minutes of being propagandized by these motherfuckers, I didn't think they were going to ask any questions. So I threw my hand up and they were like, "Oh, we have a question." And I fucking let them have it.
Hmm.
I was like, how can we use AI responsibly when it uses limited water resources and uses up to 40% of the electrical grid, the cost of which is pushed onto consumers?
Yep.
If you're going to use AI and are concerned about the hallucinations and then have to go source the information, why take the extra step?
Hmm.
Why not just go to the original source? And then to social emotional, I talked about how I believe it was Chat GPT literally told a kid that he should kill himself,
And it
which he
did.
did,
Yeah.
which he did.
Hmm.
And then I told him it was disgusting that they advocated using AI to assist with IEPs.
Yeah.
And they, the response was shocking and hilarious. He said, he got really, really defensive about using the program for IEPs because that's
Hmm.
dangerous territory. Like if you fuck with IEPs, like you can get in big trouble.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and as far as environmentalism goes, we're just educators. I was like, you're educators advocating for something that is demonstrably harming the environment. And he's like, well,
Right.
that's just your opinion. And I
No.
was like,
No.
no, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And and then somebody else tried to raise their hand and ask a question. He's like, if anybody else has a question, you can come speak to us after the presentation. And then
Uh-huh.
I got up and left.
Hmm.
It's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
It made me
That's
so mad. I was so fucking mad.
that's a way to fucking pass the buck of just like, I don't know, man. That's not
Yeah.
my I mean, that's just like that's almost like
And
Simpsons character level
right,
of just absolute just like,
ridiculousness.
yeah.
Well, and
Just
there's
like
a I talked to somebody after that, and this person had been to a similar uh panel,
mhm,
only they were a little bit more upfront about the dangers, the risks of
mhm.
using AI. And those people said literally, do not tell the students the impact it has on the environment because focus groups have shown if they know that, they won't want to use it.
Good. Tell them.
So, yeah, I wasn't like, I could not sit there after 45 minutes of them propagandizing us and not say something in front of the group of people. There's like
Right, right.
20 people there watching the presentation. And like, I was like, I have to fucking say something in front
Yeah.
of all these people and try and get an answer out of them. And their answers were fucking terrible. So,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to set up, those a lot of those like AI servers and stuff like around the Great Lakes. Like there's different states like Indiana and Wisconsin, like some of the more
yeah.
right-leaning Great Lakes states, vying for those places. And I'm just like, this is our biggest freshwater resource in the fucking country. Water from the Great Lakes is used for farming all as
Mhm.
far out as Colorado. Like
Yeah.
this is
There's
the lifeblood of our nation and
yeah.
Canada, two nations. Like
There
we
was
need this for
there's a,
farming, we need this for drinking, we need this for this. That's what we fucking need it for, not
right,
fucking AI bullshit.
right,
Just learn how to write your own fucking sentences. We've done it for as long as we've had writing. Figure it the fuck out. Like,
right. Yeah. Well, I saw an article that said by 2030, AI data centers will be using up to 1.1 billion gallons of water a year.
That's what I'm saying. Do we deserve to survive and be a multi-planet species? Do we deserve to?
It's tricky. I think that most people probably do, but the
Yeah.
people that hold the power,
Yeah.
unfortunately, do
Hmm.
not, and they're the ones who hold all the power.
Yeah.
You know, it's I get I get prickly about people calling humans viruses and cancers and things like that because
Yeah.
most of us are just trying to survive in a system that's set up to be
That's true.
destructive.
And
And you know that shit like that leads to eugenics
that's
and
true. Yeah.
because you
Um,
know if you talk about population bombs and shit like that, like, well, who's what population should we limit the growth of?
I mean, the thing is that we are not an overpopulated planet by any stretch of
No,
the imagination.
no, not at all.
And in fact, our population, like all populations in any area and within our planet, it has kind of it's hitting its plateau. Like
Yeah,
it's not going to exponentially keep growing forever.
at
Um,
current levels, we could support 10 billion people.
Easily.
It seems like we can't because of, I brought it up before, the false
Hmm.
scarcity
Right.
that people in power create so they can
Yeah.
keep their power.
Right. Yeah.
It's a means of controlling us. We could
Yeah.
easily support all the people alive.
Yeah.
Everyone alive could be fed and housed
Right.
and have their basic needs met, but
We
a
have
handful of
mm,
powerful people don't want that to happen.
we have the ability to be post scarcity right now. We
Hmm.
could do it right now.
Yeah.
We just and by we I mean yeah, the those who wield the power just don't
Hmm.
they just don't want to. Um I don't know if you remember, maybe it was 10 years ago. People, were it was people had already been criticizing billionaires, but it was when it was really making its rounds on social media.
Hmm.
Um, and Elon Musk, I think it was, pretty sure it was Elon Musk asked, the UN Council for Sustainability or whatever the fuck it's called, like, well, if you could give me a plan on how I could use my billions of dollars to help the world, then I'll fucking do it. And so they
Hmm.
did. They gave him a plan and they said, if you and a few other billionaires just did this, 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 and this, like you would no longer be billionaires, you'd only be multimillionaires, but it would actually feed forget how many people for how many decades, but
Hmm.
it would basically solve world hunger
Right.
like
And
overnight.
he has 400 billion more dollars now than
Yeah,
he did
than he
then.
did then. And he just basically pretended like he never said that he would do it if they could come up with a
Right.
plan. They
Hmm.
came up with a plan like that
Yeah, yeah.
because they
Because they
already
know the
they
numbers.
knew how to
Yeah.
do it already.
Hmm.
We already know how to do it. We just don't.
Right. You
So
see
yeah.
Billie Eilish call him out.
Oh, good. Good for her.
I think she called him a pussy,
Hmm.
and something else for not using his money to help people.
Right. What does he need $1 trillion fucking dollars for? What's he going to do with that? You can't even
Nothing.
spend that money. No
No.
one person
He
can
can't he
spend
can't spend
that
the money
money.
he has now.
Right. He
He's
could
already
live.
you've won capitalism, man.
Yeah. Good
Good
job.
fucking good job. Now
Just let's
fucking
make
do
up
something.
let's
Do
make up some
something with it.
bullshit award that some council can hand him in front of thousands of cheering people, and let's just go ahead and fucking fix this world hunger thing. I'm fine. I'm
In,
fine with
in,
it.
instead of that,
Hand him his fucking flowers and let's do
in,
it.
instead of that, he cut childhood cancer research.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. I
Yeah. They
great.
had um there was a young British woman, I think 13, 14 years old, who had
Oh, I heard
terminal
about this.
cancer,
Hmm.
and they used gene editing.
Hmm.
And basically, she's completely cancer free now.
Yeah,
I'm not,
she was gonna die in like 3 months,
yeah,
and
right. She had a very
they did this
aggressive
gene
form of
editing,
cancer. Yeah,
and she's fine now. And Elon
yeah,
Musk cut that cancer research with his
right.
fucking
Now,
stupid ass Department of fucking whatever, government
Doge,
efficiency.
Right. Named after a
Stupid
meme because
motherfucker.
it's just a joke. It's just a joke to them.
It's a joke to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to call it a cure for cancer because I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of it,
It's a
but
treatment for that kind of cancer.
it cured at least one person of cancer.
Hmm.
Maybe that's a path we might want to follow and go,
Yeah.
oh, hey, maybe we should dump a little more research into this
You
and
know
find out
what?
if this is just a cure for cancer because that'd be badass as fuck.
You know what would be more praiseworthy than having $1 trillion?
Cure,
Helping solve
yeah,
cancer,
curing cancer,
feeding the
uh,
world.
solving world hunger. Yeah, giving people potable fucking drinking water all across the world.
Yeah,
That would be so worthwhile. And when people bring up like, well, it's Elon Musk's money, he can do with it whatever he wants. It's really not. He didn't
it's
earn
not
any
his
of it.
money.
He
It's not
didn't
his
earn that
money.
money. Yeah,
It's yeah,
he
it's
had a
stolen
he
labor.
he was one of those people who was born on third base and thought they had a triple.
Yeah.
His fucking he got his money from his dad's fucking gem mine in
Isn't
Africa.
his dad a pedophile too, allegedly?
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's I have to look it up. Maybe he was convicted, but allegedly, yeah. Also, his family, his Canadian family anyway, were Nazis, Canadian Nazis,
Oh,
which
nice.
is a thing apparently. So,
I mean, who would have imagined that a billionaire,
mhm,
Sieg Heiling on a stage would have Nazi relatives?
right.
Who
And
who would imagine that?
somebody who replied to an extremely anti-Semitic post, "You have spoken the actual truth."
Hmm.
Yeah, who would ever suspect that that guy's a
Yeah,
Nazi?
yeah.
Oh, I did look it up. CTE is a progressive brain disease linked to repeated head trauma.
Oh,
Yeah,
what does it
chronic
also stand
trauma.
for? Chronic traumatic
Uh,
encephalitis.
yeah, encephalopathy.
Encephalopathy. Okay, close enough.
Yeah,
What is it for in education?
career and technical education.
Yeah, there you go.
I definitely think that. Honestly, I think that if you want to go to a technical college and go learn air conditioner repair or plumbing or something like that, it shouldn't cost a fucking goddamn thing.
No, well, I mean, there
You
used to
should
be
just be able to
apprentice
go and
programs. You could go be
yeah,
an apprentice, and then you were a journeyman, and then you were a
yeah,
master.
yep,
That should come back, and that should be in all fields.
yep,
You want to be an accountant? I mean,
sure,
sure, go to school for accounting, but also go be an
mhm,
apprentice
right.
and work your way up.
Also, I mean, yeah, I think college should be free in general, but definitely
well,
let's
of
start with tech
course.
schools.
Yeah,
Let's start
yeah,
with tech schools. That's going to be an easier sell. We'll make them free. People realize the world didn't fucking collapse, and then we'll just keep going for. Then we'll go through for community colleges. Then they'll be free, and then we'll do the public universities after that. And you know what? If you want your fucking elitist kid to still go to a private school, okay, you can pay for it out of your own fucking pocket.
right.
But yeah, public institutions, public universities, community colleges, and technical schools should be already free to
Yeah,
enroll.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, K through 12 is already free.
Mhm.
What is 4 more years?
We also need
Why is 12 the magical number that we
right
should stop publicly funding
and
education?
and early childhood like stuff like daycares and stuff like that too. You should have
Yo, fuck yeah.
from 6 months to the beginning of pre-K. There should be a public option daycare
Yeah, for sure.
like that.
With
I mean, other countries
properly
have it.
licensed
Yeah,
workers,
Denmark
teachers,
fucking has it.
whatever.
Norway fucking has it. They haven't fucking collapsed. They're
Right.
doing okay. Like what? Why is it that? I've told you before. My kid's not in daycare anymore, but when he was, it was $2,000 a month. two thousand
Yeah.
dollars a month.
Yeah.
Who
So
the
he's not
fuck?
anymore.
No, he's in actual school now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I'm
why we have to
glad that
travel on his school schedule.
I'm glad that you have that
Yeah.
financial burden lifted from your
Yes.
shoulders.
We got lucky because he's in pre-K, and since
Uh-huh.
pre-K is not a required grade to be in, you have to like apply,
Yeah.
and they have to get
No,
a spot. Yeah.
We did that too. So,
Hmm.
with our oldest, it was
Hmm.
unless you have like a special need,
Yeah.
because it has to be like 50% uh traditional students, 50% uh like special needs or high
Hmm.
risk. I guess that's what it is, high risk. So,
Yeah.
uh, speech problem, hearing problem,
Hmm.
free or reduced lunch, stuff like that. So we had a lottery for our oldest, and she made it in. But that was
Hmm.
when they were still doing half days.
Oh yeah.
So it was a huge pain in the ass because I would have to leave work at lunch and then
Hmm.
drive 40 miles to and from my mom's house twice in a day.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Thankfully, pre-K is all day
Yeah.
now, or at least at my son's school it is. So
Kindergarten was half day too when our oldest started.
it was half day when I was in kindergarten. I remember
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Um, Also, I don't know if it is in Chicago, but kindergarten here is not mandatory. You don't
Oh,
have
it
to
is
send your
here.
kids to
Hmm.
kindergarten.
You do here. Yep. It's
Uh,
the obligation starts. It's K through 12.
K-12,
It's
yeah.
the obligated. Hmm.
There
We don't have middle
also,
schools here though. It's you're in elementary school until you graduate from eighth grade.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Weird, but okay.
It actually makes a
Uh,
lot more sense. You don't have to move schools two times. You just move
yeah,
schools
yeah.
one time. Yeah.
Corporal punishment is still allowed in Kansas.
No, it is not here. I mean, I remember getting my knuckles hit with a ruler, but I was in
Yeah.
Catholic school when I was
Hmm.
growing up, so they do their own thing.
Now you are still allowed to SWAT
Hmm.
children at public schools in Kansas. I think you
Interesting.
have to have like permission, like you have to give them
Yeah.
permission to do it or
Hmm.
whatever. They can't just do it to anyone.
No.
I think most school policy
Hmm.
opposes it, but
Yeah.
technically it is allowed.
I reckon somebody hits my kid, I'm going to hit them. So yeah, yeah. Well, MAGA is now apparently over, according
According
to.
to Nick Fuentes,
Hmm.
America's favorite neo-Nazi.
Yes. Um, it is now over, and um, America First is now his new like version of the
The
new MAGA,
Groypers,
the Groypers.
that's
Uh,
what the Groypers are saying. Yeah,
uh,
they're really pissed off that tax money is going to Israel and
yeah,
Argentina
because
and
not Nazis are going to Nazi,
yeah.
and
I mean, they're not wrong about that part of it.
right, yeah, it's that whole
However,
like a
they're
stop
wrong
clock
about
is
everything else.
right, yeah,
And
yeah,
again, the
fuck
enemy of
their.
our enemy is still our enemy.
Yep, just let them tear each other apart.
Yeah.
Stand back and just watch it happen. Do not get involved.
Um, I
Yeah.
do not buy Taylor Greene's contrite apology.
Hmm.
I think that she is positioning herself for a run in 2028.
Yep. Yeah,
And
her babyface turn is all bullshit. It's all
oh yeah,
bullshit. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
I think today she was mocking somebody for being queer or trans and
Right.
said some
Yeah.
hurtful shit. She's not
Yeah.
on our side.
Just because
And
she's mad at
liberals,
Donald Trump.
anytime somebody opposes Donald Trump, liberals fawn over them and just
Yeah.
lick their buttholes.
Yep.
And like, they're not on your side.
Right.
It's
And
not,
it
they're not going to be a useful tool for you. They're not going to help your cause.
mhm.
Stop. Just stop. Step back.
Let
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 them
it
tear
happen.
themselves
The
apart.
far right elements of MAGA are trying to assert their dominance right now, and they're
And they're winning.
realizing that Donald Trump is not as far right as they wanted him to be.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump is, I call him the tofu Don because like tofu, he just takes on the flavor of whoever the fuck's around him at any
Oh,
given point.
yeah, he
Like,
has no ideology other than
none.
maintaining his power.
Right.
Whatever is going to get him in a position of power is what he's going to say, think,
Right.
and do.
Well, I joked even in 2016, I joked, or, after he won in 2016 and took office in 2017, I joked, I was like, let's stick Bernie Sanders in the fucking White House, in the Oval Office, just whispering in his ear, and we'll get fucking
Yeah.
everything. Because
Hmm.
Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck. If
No, he
Bernie
doesn't
Sanders
care.
were his advisor and was just like, the people will love you if you give them universal health care, then he'd fucking do it because he doesn't fucking care.
Right.
Like, he doesn't care about anything.
No.
He is a man with absolutely no scruples who just wants to be popular. He
Yeah.
wants people to like him. He wants to
Hmm.
be seen as a great man. He
Hmm.
wants statues of himself everywhere. He thinks of himself like a Roman emperor.
Well, and that's
He's
what
a
the
useful
Groypers are
tool.
finding out.
I've always said Donald Trump is not Hitler. Donald Trump is Hindenburg.
Mhm.
He's paving the way for something way fucking worse, just like
Yeah, yeah.
Hindenburg was.
Yeah, yeah. No, Stephen Miller is more akin to Hitler. I mean, he's
Right.
he's more like Goebbels, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But something far worse is going to be coming down the line here.
yeah.
Like, yeah, Trump is Hindenburg. He's here to facilitate the collapse, and in a moment of desperation, he'll hand power to somebody who's way worse than him,
Yeah, for sure.
just like
And it's not
Hindenburg did.
it's not JD Vance.
No, it's not fucking anti charisma JD Vance couch fucker.
And and
Uh,
and you know, like I said, Stephen Miller's more akin to Goebbels. He doesn't have the riz to actually be in a position
no,
of a figurehead power.
nobody
He
is following
he is
Stephen
going to
Miller.
be behind the scenes
Right.
doing all of the evil shit that he's been doing.
Well, that and the Groypers will never follow Stephen Miller because he's Jewish.
He's
They'll never
Jewish, yeah.
follow
Yep.
JD Vance because JD Vance is married to an Indian woman. That
Right.
like they'll never follow Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a woman. They'll
Because
never
she's a woman,
follow
right?
Erica Kirk. She's a woman.
Hmm.
None of these people have a place. I mean, you've seen the fact that Kash Patel and the other, Indian men in the administration talking about how they can't believe that people are so racist in their own
What the fuck
camp
did they think they were joining?
against Indians. And I'm like, we told you from the fucking jump this was going to happen.
Hmm.
Fucking people of color, women, LGBTQIA people who are part of the MAGA movement, they're going to fucking come for you eventually as soon as it's convenient. They're going to
Yeah.
come for you.
As
There's
as
no
soon
fucking
as
place for you in their country.
as soon as you're no longer useful, they will come for
Right.
you.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck.
That's
They don't
how
give a fuck.
fascism works.
Yeah.
That's there is no safe space in a fascist regime
No.
at all.
No. They will come
Somebody
for you
will come for
eventually.
you.
Yep. You will never be one of the good ones. That's
No.
never going to be the case.
Well, I mean, even the white people who are
Yeah.
supporting it, because
Yeah.
they're going to run out of brown people to scapegoat.
Right.
They're going to run out of women to scapegoat. They're going to
Yeah.
run out of queer people to scapegoat.
Hmm.
So what's next? I mean, blonde hair and blue eyes,
Yeah.
you know?
Eventually, it's just going to be coming out. It's just going to become a witch hunt
Yeah.
eventually of, I remember you saying one time you felt sorry for poor people. That sounds like some commie shit to me. You're a commie. It's just going to devolve into that.
Yeah.
Finger pointing, witch hunting for anybody who's seen as woke or a communist sympathizer. That's where we're fucking heading.
Yeah. Well, and then what's that? Last week, the I don't remember which department it was.
Hmm.
Department of Justice, maybe. Maybe it was the Department of War. I don't know. You might know better than me. Released a list of Antifa organizations that are now considered terrorist organizations.
I didn't
Um,
see that one.
yeah, it's a bunch of like random, obscure European groups
Oh.
that are affiliated with an anti-fascist movement and anarchism. And so because there's no real structure to anti-fascism in the United
Hmm.
States, they're trying to tie it to foreign groups so that they can distinct demarcate American anti-fascists as part of a terrorist organization with these other groups
Yep.
uh,
Hmm.
in Europe and
Yeah.
Asia.
Hmm. The stuff that
Designate, that's the word I was looking
conservatives
for.
were so terrified of for so long is what their government is actually doing, thought crimes.
Yeah. Well, how long has Alex Jones been talking about the cabal of pedophiles running the US government?
Right.
And what's happening right now?
Hmm.
And what's he silent about right
He is
now?
pretty fucking silent about the Epstein files. And then you have mainstreamers like Megyn Kelly arguing that a 15-year-old
Oh,
isn't really a
Jesus fucking
child.
Christ. Yeah.
She's not
It's
really a
barely
child. I
legal.
mean, 15,
It's like
15 is barely legal.
barely
It's
legal.
different. She's kind of an adult. I mean, she's past her bat
She's not a
mitzvah, right?
5-year-old.
So, I mean, she's good to go. Like, like
Fucking
2,000 years
gross.
ago, she'd be seen as a woman. These are the fucking arguments that
Yeah.
fucking like those weird libertarians,
Oh, I mean, they're already trying to whitewash whatever comes out.
Right. Yeah.
And the other thing Alex Jones has been freaking out about for the last ever
Mhm.
is corporations and globalists spying on you.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard him say shit about Palantir and Peter
Right.
Thiel. I haven't
Hmm.
heard him say anything.
Yep.
Remember back in about 2013 or 14 when everybody was really scared about the about Obama like sending in National Guard
Oh,
to
yeah.
states and setting up concentration camps.
So, yeah, the U.S. Army was doing an exercise with the Texas National Guard, I think down by the border,
Hmm.
actually.
Hmm.
And a group of Texans came in panicking, saying that it was Obama invading Texas.
Hmm.
And Obama even later said, like, I don't keep track of every tiny little exercise that my generals plan with the
Right.
National Guard. Like, that's not, I've got bigger fish to fry. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a thing I'm keeping track of. And they were all in a panic about that couple of week exercise that was happening. That
Hmm.
wasn't even near a town.
Right.
But they are sure okay with the Texas National Guard being sent into Chicago, Illinois.
They're fine with alligator Alcatraz. They're fine
Hmm.
with bombing boats in the Atlantic and Pacific. And I just let's pretend for a moment that the boats they're bombing are running drugs.
Sure.
Let's just pretend that that's the case.
Okay.
Those people still have a right to due process
Yeah.
and are not legally allowed to be extrajudicially murdered.
Right.
There's a thing in international law called habeas corpus.
Hmm.
You're ignoring that. It is a war crime. We're breaking international law. These are war crimes.
Right.
And, you know, social media is a cesspool. And I just, on a post, I think a local news site talking about it,
Hmm.
posted an article. And I was like, these are war crimes. That's all I said. So many people were pissed and
Yeah.
saying they deserve it and that it's not a war crime. And like,
That's not how that works though.
it's
We're not
literally
this
a
isn't
war
Judge
crime.
Dredd. Don't get to
Right.
just be judge, jury, and executioner all in one. And I think we talked about in a previous episode, but U.S. Navy Admiral Alvin Halsey, who was
Hmm.
the commander of South Command, Southern Command,
Hmm.
that was doing these operations, resigned
Yeah.
early. He just resigned. He just
Hmm.
threw in the towel and was like, I'm sorry, I
Well, and
don't
then he
feel
was not
comfortable with
allowed
this."
to speak out about it.
Right.
They,
He's not allowed to
they,
say anything about it.
yeah.
Uh, and there is a process. So if you are, and I don't know what the mileage to the U.S. coast is, but generally speaking, if you are within a certain sphere of the U.S. border, the U.S. Coast Guard boards your ship, searches it, And if they find drugs, then they arrest you and you stand trial. If you are further outside of that mileage area, then the United States Navy, which operates in international waters, has what's called a VBSS, Visit, Board, Search, and Seizure Team, that goes on to ships that they suspect of trafficking drugs or people or whatever, and they search the ship. And then the U.S. Navy detains people who, they find evidence for, and then they go to trial.
Mhm.
That's how it's always happened. That's how it's been happening. And if you want to have an argument about whether that's a good thing for the U.S. Navy to do or not, like, cool, yeah, that we can have that discussion. But that was the process that has been in place for decades, and we've never, at least not publicly,
Right.
extrajudiciously, just blown up targets like
I
that.
mean, Obama
Uh,
has. I know that
well,
he
sure,
did.
yeah, yeah,
And I mean,
um,
Trump's first day in office of his first term killed an American teenager,
yeah,
bombing a birthday party, I believe.
yeah. So we definitely, yeah, we've done those. I just don't think we've done it as
Not at this scale, and not so
not at this
brazenly.
scale. Right, right. Yeah, these really are just, I mean, they're just blatant war crimes. And
Yeah.
the fact that they don't even know if these are actually drug runners or not.
No,
They just
there's no
suspect they
way.
are,
Yeah.
and they're blowing them up. In fact,
Right.
there's been two survivors, I
Mhm.
believe
They
a
were both fishermen.
Colombian and an Ecuadorian, who got sent back to their home countries. And I'm sorry, if they were guilty, I seriously doubt they would have just gone back to their normal lives. They would have
Right.
been held and tried
Hmm.
at the very least.
Yeah.
So the fact that they just repatriated them to their countries where they did not stand trial and they are still living as free men leads me to believe that maybe nobody was really guilty of anything.
Right.
Or at least, at the very least, we just don't know.
Well,
And
I
we
mean,
can't trust them. So,
little Marco is in charge of these operations, and he's had a
yeah,
vendetta against Venezuela for ever. I mean,
right.
as
Ever
a
since Chavez
mhm.
socialized some industries, which
Yep.
Chavez wasn't exactly a communist. He socialized and socialized a few industries.
One,
Um,
why shouldn't he have been able to do that? It's none of our fucking
he,
business. It's
he
their
he was
resources.
right. He was an elected leader, and you could
Yeah,
argue that Maduro is not an elected leader, but at the same time, that's not our fucking country.
right.
So, at what point? Like I said, we're not doing anything in Sudan right now. We're not doing anything there. Uh, Estimates
Libya.
are anywhere between 150,000 to up to 400,000 people have died in Sudan. Almost, like, the high estimates are close to 400,000 people. We're not doing shit.
Well,
We're doing nothing there.
thanks to Hillary Clinton, Libya has open slave markets now.
They do. They absolutely do. Say what you want about Gaddafi, who was not a good person, but you know what? Slavery sure was illegal
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
was in
and
charge of
they
Libya, at
I believe
least.
they also had universal health care in Libya.
They did.
Hmm? Yeah,
And they
something
had,
you can't even do
uh,
here.
in large part, especially for a North African country, this was something that was rare, of integrating women into a lot of career fields.
Mhm.
Um, so not a common thing in North Africa to do.
Mhm.
So,
But now
um,
there's open slave markets,
yep.
so good
Hmm.
job, Hillary Clinton, Obama,
Right.
America.
Yep.
Way to go.
We're just not good at regime change. We're not good
Why
at
do
it.
we keep trying?
I don't know.
I mean, and these fucking assholes that say socialism has never worked. Look at all the people that communism has killed.
Hmm.
Um, Two things. Capitalism has killed demonstrably more people,
Hmm.
but by a decent amount. Second, communism and socialism has never been given a chance to work
Right.
properly because of the thumb of American imperialism.
Right. They stamp it out. wherever they see it. And then you have,
That's what that's what all this regime change bullshit is about.
right.
There's a
Well, that
leftist in charge, and they come in and ruin him.
and you have to remember that when they're counting the number of deaths caused by communism, they are also counting the amount of Nazis that Russians killed in World War II. Those
Mhm.
are counted in the numbers.
Yeah.
So
Well, because they had socialist in the name.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah. No, they're count. Yeah, they're counting. Maybe they're counting them times two then,
Mm.
because they're counting because the Soviets were the ones who were killing the Nazis.
Right.
So they're saying that that's communists being
Right.
evil and killing people. It's like,
And
well, I mean, they were Nazis. So
right. And I'm not a fucking tanky here to defend Stalin, but
sure.
it's pretty disingenuous to uh, only count the numbers of deaths because of communism
Right.
while ignoring the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people
Hmm.
crushed under the boot of capitalism and American imperialism.
And are still being crushed. There's new
Right.
deaths every day due to
Yeah.
capitalism. Even just the the little ones of just people who can't get medical care that they need because they don't have the right insurance or they didn't go to
Yeah.
the right hospital covered under the right plan, or they die because they can't get their medicine because of medical debt. You
Uh,
know,
James Vanderbeek from Dawson Creek's fame
yeah,
is has to sell his Dawson's Creek memorabilia to
hmm,
help pay for his cancer treatments.
yeah,
This is somebody who was an A-list celebrity in the 90s
yep,
who now has to hawk their memorabilia to pay for their
yeah,
cancer treatments. We
hmm,
are a failed state.
right. And anyone from James Vanderbeek to the guy who sleeps on the bench in the park should be able to walk into a hospital and get treated. Free at the point of service.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so let's one of the things people say about universal healthcare
Hmm.
is that the burden on small businesses would be too much. I have a question for all the small business owners out there. How much do you pay in premiums for your employee to have health insurance through your company?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if that burden was lifted off of your shoulders also?
Hmm. I
Because I
guarantee you.
guarantee you, we could have universal health care for cheaper than what you pay in monthly premiums for your
Yeah.
dozen or so to hundreds or thousands of employees. It would be less of a burden on you to have
Mhm.
universal health care.
The only reason we don't is because the insurance lobby is so strong. They've paid off so many politicians. It's a business. Medicine is a business in this country, and it's a very lucrative business.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, they've commodified our lives
yeah.
and they make their money by denying claims. And they are even more incentivized to deny claims because the line has to go up. It
Right.
always has to go up
The
because that's how
the
capitalism
the
works.
amount of extra taxes we would pay would be a pittance
Yeah,
compared to what we pay to have health insurance. Think of
right.
how much you pay every month. I probably don't pay as much as a lot of people, but I
Hmm.
know a lot of people have to pay a lot of fucking money for insurance. I know some people who pay $1,000 a month for their family
Yep,
to have
I do
insurance,
too.
and
$1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month. Your taxes would not go up $1,200 a month
No,
if we had universal health care,
you wouldn't go bankrupt for going to the doctor because you could just go to the doctor.
right? I can't
you
tell
wouldn't
you how
have.
many times, how many times people that I know, people in my family have not gone to the doctor or not called 911 when they fucking should have because they were worried about what it was going to do to their insurance, how they were going to pay
Mhm,
for it. I know people, there's people in my family, I'm not going to give details, but there's a close member of my family who fucking died
mhm.
because Their spouse was too afraid to call 911 when they were having a fucking heart attack
Yeah.
because they kept
Because
denying that that's what was happening. Oh, you'll
an
be fine. Walk
ambulance
it off. Walk it off.
an ambulance ride is about $10,000
Yeah.
out of pocket.
So there's people who are dead now because they're too afraid to go to the doctor. My own grandfather refused to go to the doctor for years because he didn't want to fucking pay for it, because he didn't want his premiums to go up. And he
Mhm.
fucking died of cancer that he didn't even fucking know he had.
Yeah.
Like, go to the fucking doctor. You should be able to go to the fucking doctor. Anybody should. Like I said, yeah, I don't care if you're fucking rich or if you're sleeping on a bench. You should be able to walk into a hospital, any hospital, and get service.
Yeah. Healthcare, food, water, shelter should not be commodified.
Right? You shouldn't have to worry about, is this in my network?
Yeah.
Okay, the doctor's in my network, but is the hospital in my network? Think of all that stressful shit you have to think about every fucking time you use your health insurance, making
Mhm.
phone calls, having to change doctors because they moved networks. They're still in the same fucking building. They're still the same person, but oh, their network changed. Oh, now my health insurance doesn't cover that network, so I have to find a different doctor.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That is insane. That's an insane way to run things. I
Yeah.
can't believe that we haven't been talking about this longer as a society. This when I was growing up, this just seemed normal to me. I just thought this is how healthcare is done. This is
Well,
an idiotic
also,
way to do healthcare.
when we were growing up, you could cover your family for $75 a month.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, in the 90s,
Hmm.
health insurance was affordable.
Right. And
Even going through a commodified system, it was affordable. You
it was
could
better
afford it.
service.
It was better service and it was affordable. Now it's worse service and it's not affordable.
I remember being able to if you were sick, being able to go to the doctor
Hmm.
the day you were sick.
Hmm.
Now, and this is one of the things that, my kid's in school, in real school now. And if your kid is sick, in order for them to not be truant, if you call them in sick, you have to provide a doctor's note. What
Yep.
fucking doctor can you call and go, "Hey, my kid's sick. Can I bring him in right now so you can diagnose him? Let me take
Right.
half a day off work so I can bring him
Hmm.
down to you. Do you have time right now? Oh, you have an appointment available in 3 weeks? Oh,
Hmm.
he'll probably be better by then."
But neck bone, that's the problem with universal healthcare is all the waiting, the lines.
Uh-huh. Right,
You
right.
have to wait so long to get in to see a doctor. We don't have that in our system here. You can go in, you need to see a doctor, you go right in.
I
What are you
called
talking about?
I called my doctor it was about 2 weeks ago. Called my doctor's office because I needed to get something checked out. Um,
Was it your
and they
butthole?
said it was, yeah. I mean, but
Did he
honestly,
stick
when I
his
say my
finger in it?
doctor, I mean the random dude that lives in my alley.
Okay.
He just calls himself the doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
He does have a phone booth he lives in, so he
Oh,
is kind of
nice.
like the doctor. Yeah.
They wait. I know you're lying because phone booths don't exist anymore.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, it's a British style police box. One of the blue ones. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
the doctor.
the doctor, right?
Right,
It's actually
gotcha.
just David Tennant. David Tennant
Ah,
lives in my alley and sticks his finger in my butt.
excellent. I'm a little jealous. I gotta be honest.
Living the dream, man. Hell yeah. Uh, but yeah, so I had to get something checked out, and I called my doctor's office, and they go, "Well, we had a cancellation in 2 weeks from now, so you can come in then. If not, you're gonna have to wait until December."
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's like, okay, I guess I'll take that one appointment you have available because that's the only one. Even then, I still have to wait like a week and a half.
Is
So,
your butthole okay?
oh, it's doing great.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I got
Excellent.
everybody checking that thing.
Yeah, good. Just want to
Uh,
make sure.
but yeah, our to our Canadian listeners, please message us and let us know how long you have to wait to go see a doctor. I
Not a
bet it's
specialist. I want to be very clear about
not
that.
a
Not a
specialist. Just
specialist.
yeah, just
A
going to see
doctor.
just your doctor. Just
General practitioner.
yep. Yeah. Yeah, let me know how long it takes because I know for my English friends, at least back in the day, I'll have to reach out to them again and see if it's still this long. They would have to wait maybe like a week. It's usually a few days, maybe up to
Yeah.
a week,
I
which
heard
is still less time than I wait.
National healthcare is having some problems right now, but I don't know. That
Yeah.
could just be propaganda.
What in the UK?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I mean, they've always had problems in the UK because they keep defunding it. So
yeah.
that's
Weird.
that's it's it's one of those things where you create the problem by defunding something and
Hmm.
then point at it and go, see, it doesn't
See?
work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, our friend Brandon was on tour with his band in France,
Hmm.
and he was carrying a large speaker cabinet up some very steep, narrow stairs, and
Hmm.
it fell and broke his arm, broke both of his arm, or his bones right there, and his
Yeah.
he had a Gumby ass looking arm. He was in France, so he went to the hospital, and they gave him a bunch of drugs for the pain, and they put a cast on him and sent him on his way. And it didn't cost him a thing, and
Yeah.
he was perfectly taken care of. And
Hmm.
that's kind of just the way it should be.
Right. And that's the thing is, I keep hearing people say, well, if we have free healthcare, what's to stop an immigrant from going and getting it. First of all, who gives a shit? I hope they
Right.
do go in and get it.
Yeah.
I hope everybody does. But other
Right.
countries don't bar us from getting healthcare in their countries.
Right.
My dad got an appointment with a doctor in fucking Germany randomly because he was having back pain. He went and saw a doctor. They prescribed him some medicine. He went to the pharmacy and got it. They didn't charge him a fucking thing. He is not a
Right.
German citizen. He was in Germany on vacation.
Right.
Like who
But I
gives a
would
shit?
wager that he does not want that service here.
He does not. My dad is very conservative. Um, and when people say it just couldn't work here, it just couldn't work because we have 300 plus million people. Well,
Hey,
okay, that's 300 plus million people contributing to the system then. Oh,
how many people are in China?
what is it? 1 point something billion?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like
They make
1.2,
it work.
1.3. Yeah, they make it work. Yeah.
How many people are in India?
1.2 or 1.3, about the same as
Okay.
China. They're a little more
Do
than
they
China, I think. Yeah,
do they have universal health care there?
they do. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
how can that be possible? They have so many people, it will never work.
Mexico also has universal healthcare, and they've got over 100 million people.
Japan?
Hmm. Yeah,
How they
they have universal healthcare.
how do they do it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the more people feeding into the system, then the more support you have. So it
Yeah.
evens out.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, smaller countries like Norway, and they say like, well, yeah, Norway and Denmark and Sweden
But
don't
nobody
have as
lives
many
there.
people. So, but I'm like, well, that's fewer people that are paying into it
Right.
and fewer people using it.
Right.
It all like it evens out in the end
Yeah.
when you have,
I mean,
yeah,
do they know how insurance works? Because that's kind of how insurance works,
that is
only with a
exactly how
profit
insurance
motive
works.
behind
Right.
it.
All you're doing is just removing the profit incentive of a private company.
Right.
That's all
Yeah.
you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And passing the savings to you, the consumer.
Right. It's better for you
Right.
in every way.
Yes.
So I think there should be a national movement to cancel health insurance. That
Hmm.
everybody in the United States just
Hmm.
decide to cancel your health insurance, and
Yeah.
then the insurance companies will have no money,
Yep.
and then they'll be forced to do something because I guarantee you, in a couple months, when the big beautiful bill starts to hit and
Yeah.
insurance rates go up 400%, there's going to be a lot of
Hmm.
people dropping their insurance rates because they can't afford $3,000 a month for premiums.
Right. People who make 40 grand a year can't afford to pay $3,000 of that a year into their
No,
fucking insurance. Like
no, that's not
that's not
feasible.
gonna that's
It's
not
not
gonna fucking
realistic
work.
at
Yeah.
all.
When people are paying more for their insurance than they are for their rent,
They're paying
which
double their mortgage.
right, which, rents and mortgages are too high too. That's a completely
Well,
different
yeah.
discussion. It's the prices of everything keep going up, and wages are not keeping up with it. And it's like I keep telling my conservative friends and family, and I've even told my dad this. I'm like, if you want to save capitalism at all, then this country needs to implement the Nordic model
Yeah.
because
If they want to
otherwise,
save it, there's got to be they have to re-implement the social safety nets that existed
yes,
during
right,
the whatchamacallit, fucking FDR,
New
uh
Deal.
the New Deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. My brain is Swiss cheese.
Because if you
Yeah.
don't, and it's funny because conservatives talk about taking our country back to the 50s, and I'm like, so social
So
safety
a
nets,
90% marginal tax rate
right?
sounds great.
That sounds good.
Do
Well,
it.
let's just get rid of the racism and get all the other
Right.
stuff back.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Get that 90% marginal tax rate going.
Sure.
I would love to see it.
Yep. Uh,
Because as a country, we would thrive again.
we would,
Because millionaires and billionaires would be paying their fair share again.
and if they don't, because the scraps that they're throwing us now are not enough for us to sustain ourselves.
No.
If they don't do something drastic, if they don't, and the only people who might actually save capitalism for this country are the Bernie Sanderses, the Zoran Mamdanis, the fucking
Hmm.
Rashida Tlaibs and the AOCs. Those
Hmm.
are the people who will probably be the ones, if anybody's going to save
To
capitalism,
save capitalism, right?
because they
Just
are
like FDR saved
capitalists.
capitalism.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they are capitalists.
Yeah.
They are.
Mhm.
But if you want to save it, if that's something that's important to you, then you should be screaming for the Nordic model.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Otherwise, there's going to be a reckoning, and there's going to be, and I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for breaking any laws. I'm just telling you what's going to happen eventually is there's
Yeah.
going to be fucking revolution that's going to be way worse than you losing a few
So,
bucks to
yeah, I
get
mean,
social safety nets back.
you can oppress poor people all day
Hmm.
long. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares. When you start to fuck with the middle class, and
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that this is what you should do. It
Hmm.
is despicable that poor people are treated so poorly
Yeah.
in this country. But revolution in this country will not happen until the middle class feel pain.
Yep.
And they're starting to feel pain and they're starting
Hmm.
to get pissed off.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
when insurance rates go up 400%, that is a direct attack on middle
Right.
class
And
people.
even
And
even
that is when, like, I mean, the French Revolution didn't happen until the petite bourgeoisie were hurt.
right.
And
And you're
that's what the
seeing,
middle class is the petite bourgeoisie. And when they start to feel the pain, that's when political change happens. That's when
right.
economic change happens.
Well, and
And
that's why
that's
we're
why
seeing this kind
FDR
of,
saved capitalism, because the middle class was lost most of their wealth.
and this is why you're seeing a lot of MAGA fall apart now, is because there were two different sects of MAGA. There was the part of
Mhm.
MAGA who just wanted to feel good, wave an American flag, have their taxes go down, and just, feel
They
like
cared
some
about
kind of
grocery prices.
grocery prices, feel like old America was still
Mhm.
there. But they're not Klansmen. They're not
Right. They're
Nazis.
not
They're not,
neo-Nazis.
right. They're not overtly racist. Like they don't think of themselves as racists.
Mhm.
And now that the Nazis are actually starting to take over the Republican Party, like actual Nazis,
Mhm.
a lot of those people who are also feeling the pinch of our economic crisis are falling off the Trump train.
Well, I mean, also Trump hasn't fucking done anything for
He
him.
hasn't done
Trump
shit.
Trump is fucking over farmers.
Yeah.
He's fucking over people on SNAP. Who what group gets the majority of SNAP benefits?
Poor white people.
Right. Who mostly supported Trump?
Poor white people.
Oh, weird.
And I think one of the misconceptions about Snap too is that it's people taking advantage of the system. I've known multiple people on Snap in my life. I have not known a single one of them to be unemployed. ever.
You know
I
who's the
don't know if
biggest
unemployed people
recipient?
are on Snap. Probably, but almost everybody I know who's been on Snap has been employed and employed either nearly full time or completely full time or work two jobs.
Walmart workers,
Yeah.
almost all of them are on SNAP benefits because Walmart does not pay enough.
No. And they do that
Intentionally.
purposefully. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
purposeful
Yeah.
that their employees have to subsidize their wages with government benefits
Yeah.
to keep Walmart's profits going up.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, that's all capitalism cares about is making the number go up.
Yep. But it can't
And
go up forever. There's no such thing as infinite growth in a finite universe. Yeah,
another political episode.
that was not planned. It's just happening. Maybe we should just become a political channel
I mean,
at this
at
point.
this point,
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have punk houses to talk about anymore anyway, unless you're
no.
planning on moving into one sometime soon.
God, fuck no.
Um, yeah, I want Johnny to have a podcast though.
Mhm.
Johnny, think of a podcast to do. You can do
So
about,
we've got the whole Prairie Punk House Companion thing going. Obviously, we're aping a Prairie Home Companion.
hmm
I think Johnny should do a podcast similar to like This Old House, and he
Oh
could
yeah.
do home repairs,
hmm
podcast about home repairs and being a handyman because I feel like Johnny's pretty handy.
Probably. That feels right to me.
Mhm.
Johnny, correct us if we're wrong, if you're not actually handy.
He could also just do. I'm sure he could just do an entire podcast after ours about corrections and pointing out our mistakes and.
hmm I pray punk house correction. That's it's the after
Yeah.
show.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hosted by Johnny and Will Wheaton
Uh-huh. Yeah.
for some fucking reason.
Well, I mean, I'm sure but what's he doing? He's got
Yeah,
time.
he's hosting various Star Trek podcasts, but he's got room
Yeah.
for one more. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Mhm.
Will Wheaton, if you listen to this podcast
Which I'm
and
sure
you're
you do.
interested, I'm sure you do, and you're interested in doing a podcast with Johnny, which you should be, hit
Mhm.
us up. We'll
Yeah.
get it set up for you. Yeah.
Wow. I would be delighted.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You would, Will Wheaton, you would be delighted as well.
All right. Do you wanna I guess plug your band again?
Yeah, we're Sabot Cat. We're playing tomorrow, but
Hmm.
it'll be after the podcast is out.
That's true.
So
When are you playing after that?
we played Thursday.
Mhm.
We are playing December 13th at the Artichoke East. I believe we
Okay.
are getting on at Meat Fest at Kirby's, which is sometime in January.
Um,
We have some stickers, I believe. I'm gonna start stickering stuff with our
Cool.
logo and band name. And anytime we see a neo-Nazi sticker somewhere, we're just gonna cover it with ours.
Nice. Do it. Yeah. We should still make merch for this podcast, even though
We need to,
no,
yeah.
no one will buy it. We should still
Hey,
just
We
have
had an
it.
email. We had an email requesting
We did.
merchandise.
We did.
And
Uh,
to our
we
friend
we
who requested that, as soon as we
Yeah.
get some,
we will
get
send it to you. Hmm. Yeah, I am.
We love you and we love our patrons
We do.
and you rule. We got a really nice message from Adam the other day. He is a sweetheart and a patron, and we thank you ever so much. Also, Chris, Johnny, Alec, and
Mr. Power.
Mr. Power.
Yeah.
You guys fucking rule. We
Mhm.
love you.
Yeah.
And to the 70 subscribers we have on YouTube,
72. 72.
72 subscribers we have
Yeah.
on YouTube, we love you too. And people that download from the RSS feed, we love you too.
Yeah.
And, we talk a lot of shit and talk about how terrible things are, but it's only because we know that a better world is possible.
Yeah.
And we're very passionate about wanting that better world to exist. And so while we sound negative, it comes from a place of hope and love because a better world is possible. We just
It's true.
have to fight for it, and we have to keep fighting for it. And I don't mean fight for it violently. I mean fight for it in every way. We have to talk about what is possible, what we want.
Yeah.
When you start negotiations, you start with everything you want and work down from there. I
Right.
want a stateless, moneyless society.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm starting my negotiations from.
Yeah.
And there is somewhere between that and what we have now that would make this world a fuckload of a better place.
Yeah.
And talking about that better world helps make it closer to a reality.
Mhm. I want my solar punk fantasy, my luxury space communism.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's my dream. It will probably come long after my death, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Just turn me into a brick and build me into one of the buildings, Andor
Mm.
style. Still working on my books. So for my children's book, I've had two illustrators fall through. So if you are an illustrator or you know an illustrator, let me know because I'm still looking for somebody to illustrate my fully written children's book. Um, and I'm still working on my novel, 50 Shades of Gary,
Mm.
that should be coming out uh, TBD.
Nice.
And if you like me would like to see Dr. Jesus MD become a TV show,
Mm. I would like to
connect
see
me
that.
to any TV executives you may know because I think that would be a wonderful and hilarious and delightful TV show
Indeed.
that would delight everybody.
It could either play really well
Hmm.
with Christians or really piss them off. Because I don't know what pisses off fanatical Christians more than the biblical Jesus.
Man, I would love to see arguments between different types of Christians about it, with some of them screaming about how it's commie woke bullshit and others just being absolutely delighted that there's things about Jesus and Jesus was radical and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, which I'm not a Christian. Yeah, I've said that before. I'm
Mhm.
not a religious man.
Same.
But in that case, I would probably side with the more, hippie Jesus was radical people if I've got to back somebody. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, that's
Mhm.
what's in their fucking book.
And according to evangelicals, the New Testament is supposed to make the Old Testament obsolete. So that's why I don't know why they care so much about because all the stuff that's anti-gay is in the Old Testament,
Right,
which is
right.
now obsolete. So
Leviticus is Old Testament,
that's Old Testament. Yeah.
guys.
So
Are
it's
you
obsolete.
having fun at your shrimp fest, Red
Right.
Lobster?
Yeah. How's that polyester wool blend treating you? Also, are you paying interest on anything to a bank?
Hey, can't do
Ooh,
that.
ooh, ooh. All
Speaking
those
of
things,
which,
all those things are equally as bad, by the way, in the Bible.
um, can non-Muslim people
Hmm.
get, I don't know what the real word for it is, so forgive my ignorance, but I'm just going to call it a halal loan because it's like biblically sanctioned loans in
Hmm.
Islam. They can't charge interest,
Mm.
but they still have some reciprocity to make a profit off of the loan to protect their loan or whatever.
Interesting.
Um, I don't remember what it's called, but
Hmm.
because yeah, and Islam takes it way more seriously than Christians do, and
Yeah,
it's the same God. It's all
it's the same
Abrahamic
God. It's all the
religion.
same stuff. Yeah.
The
Hmm.
Judaism has the Old Testament.
Hmm.
Christians add the New Testament,
Hmm.
and Muslims add the Quran.
Right. Which,
It's the same religion, just new
by the
forms
way,
of it.
for people who don't know, if there are any uh, people who just don't know or right wing trolls listening, Muslims do believe in Jesus, that he was a
Yeah, he was
prophet.
a prophet. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's all just I mean, that's why I say I hate to call them different religions. I call them different sects of
Yeah.
monotheism.
I mean, they're all Abrahamic religions,
Right.
all three of
Hmm.
them.
I, I consider them under the same umbrella. All right. Do we have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
My throat
Yeah.
hurts.
Check out our website, www.prairiepunkpress.com. Go there. You can send us an email. You can find our RSS feed, our YouTube page, all that stuff, and send that website to everybody you know. Make sure everybody is subscribing, everybody is listening, everybody is giving us those likes
Mhm.
and writing good reviews and all that stuff.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends
Tell
and
your
tell
husbands. Tell your wives.
tell your enemies.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your nemesis. Is that the
Mhm.
plural for nemesis?
Arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis. Yeah, to all those people. Right.
Bye.
Bye.